Welcome to Mallory Park in the heart of Leicestershire. It's the final round of the championship. This is ThundersportGB.
Welcome back to Mallory Park, the final round of 2012 here in ThundersportGB. Championship decider coming up. The Doodson Motorsport Supertwins, Mini-Twins and Formula 400s. Now we have 4 different classes in one race here, but there's just one that we're focusing on. Josh Daly on pole position, we just saw him on the Kawasaki, is already the Formula 400 champion. Doodson Motorsport Supertwin Cup champion is already Callan Cooper, second on the grid, number 7. And Curtis Rothwell has already pitched the Mini-Twin Cup Championship, sponsored by Alto Digital. But both Josh and Callan can win the overall Doodson Motorsport 650 Open Championship right here, right now. And away they go from the lights. As ever, Josh Daly struggles to get the 400 away. You'll notice him on the right of your picture on the bright green and yellow Kawasaki. And then there's this flurry of Aprilia 450s. And it's Callan Cooper is the one you need to look out for, number 7. Now, Callan will be up at the sharp end. There they are, first and second. Callan Cooper has already been crowned the 450 champion as well, so he's also looking to do something that no other rider has ever done in ThundersportGB history, and that is win 3 titles in 1 year. Now, as far as the championship is concerned, it was quite close as they left Cadwell Park. As you just see there, number 98, that's Rob Cracknell. There was 1 point in it. Callan Cooper had the advantage over Josh Daly. Josh didn't finish the race yesterday, unfortunately. There he is leading this one. Simply, oh, that's a massive high side. I have to interrupt myself. That's Will Hodgson out of the bus stop as they approached Deville's elbow. Nice to see him get up and walk away. We've lost 1 rider already. Dan Harrison's doing well, number 3. On the Suzuki 650, he's up in the top 5. But it's all about number 7 and number 88. Pretty much all that Callan has to do is finish this race in the top 3 or 4, and the championship is his. So Josh Daly, all he's got to do is just win it and hope that something happens. There is number 3 on the 650. That is Dan Harrison, up ahead of 54 and number 20. That's Sam Cox and Tom Oliver. Tom Oliver's just wrapped up second in the Doodson Motorsport Supertwin Cup. But these are the 2 riders we were hoping we'd see going head-to-head. The start of this season, Josh Daly was just unbeatable. But a couple of crashes maybe dented his confidence a little bit. Callan Cooper really came on song, and we've now come down to the crescendo on Mallory Park, and they're both on form now. They're both racing, and it's for the championship. There's Ross Twyman, number 15, a rider that will remain on a 450 next year. Will be no doubt in this championship and in the 450 Aprilia Championship. Of course, you can catch that here on Modus TV. GP Racing Dream, the next step. A fantastic championship with all of the Aprilia 450s going head-to-head. Every race so far this year has been a corker. There is number 44, Alistair Fagan, another rider on the Suzuki 650. But back to the front we go. A Kawasaki 400 up against the 4-stroke 450 Aprilia of Callan Cooper. And then in 3rd place, the 650 Suzuki. A great example here as to how 3 completely different machines are all equally matched around this great circuit here at Mallory Park. So far, though, Dan Harrison there on Suzuki doing a good job of holding off David Allingham. David back with us after a great Cadwell Park a couple of weeks ago, the Ulsterman, number 11. He's out there on an Aprilia 450. Further back at the moment, leading the Mini-Twins out of shot, is Lewis Osler. Now, the champion Curtis Rothwell is sitting this one out, watching from pit lane, probably relaxed. Oh, and that's someone sitting up and going straight on. That looks like number 38, and that's Aaron Walker. So Aaron Walker has gone straight on, a bit of a problem there. Back to the front, though, and slamming down the gears and just slinging it into Shaw's hairpin is Josh Daly. with Callan Cooper just behind him. Both of these lads have come up through the Thundersport system effectively. Started out in the Pretty Super Teens. Callan did, for 1 year, move up to the British Championship 125s last season, but has come back to learn his craft on a bigger bike. He's a tall, young rider from the Isle of Man, number 7 with the JDF orange and black leathers. And, well, as I say, he's already won the 450 Aprilia Championship, no mean feat. He's already won the Doodson Motorsport Supertwin Cup. Now he's after the Doodson Motorsport 650 Open. That is the overall championship. This is the fight for third further back. A great battle there. And number 3, Darren Harrison gets eaten alive by 3 450s. There's number 11, David Allingham, up ahead of Sam Cox. Back to the front we go, and these two just pulling away from the rest of the pack. Around 6 or 7 seconds now, and David Allingham leads the fight for third. That's Tom Oliver also in there, just chopping the nose off with number 3, Darren Harrison. But it's the fight at the front we want. Josh Daly doesn't just need to win this, he needs to win it and hope that Callan maybe falls back a place or 2. At the moment, it's not looking likely. Missed the scrap for third. Number 11, David Allingham, ahead of 54, Sam Cox. Then it's number 20, Tom Oliver, all on Aprilia 450s. Followed by the Suzuki 650 of Dan Harrison. Here are the leaders, though. Kawasaki and Daly leading still from Callan Cooper. They've switched places a couple of times now. And there is Allingham up ahead of Sam Cox. These 450s really have been a wonderful addition to racing at ThundersportGB over the last 2 or 3 years. Further back, that's number 32. That's Adam Palfreman, 2-1-2 there. It's Russell Brown just outside the points overall. Here are the 2 leaders. Josh Daly still doing it. You can hear that 400 screaming out of the bus stop chicane. Doing just enough at the moment to lead. And there is Tom Oliver, guaranteed second overall in the Doodson Motorsport Supertwin Cup standings, and in the 650 Open, one good result here ahead of Sam Cox could mean that he finishes third in that also. As you look back and see once more, Palfreman back to the front. Josh Daly still just doing enough here on the Kawasaki to hold off his championship rival Callan Cooper. Both of these youngsters still teenagers. Massive talents. Keep an eye out for them, folks, because they will be going all the way to the top in terms of national championships and then hopefully world championships in the future. And Callan Cooper, well, if he wins 3 championships in a year, then that really does. Where else can he go? Rumours have it that Callan has got a 600 waiting for him and that he'll be riding that next year. Josh Daly's already got a 600. He's raced it a couple of times this year. And that looks like Talon Skeels Piggins just moving out of the way there. Perhaps Talon's got a bit of a problem. Talon, of course, that mesmerising story we saw back at Snetterton, the only paralysed rider to be racing full stop. It's some story. And if you're not aware of it, you need to go onto the Thundersport website, just on the Thundersport iPlayer, www.thundersportgb.com. Have a look back at Snetterton. We have a great interview with Talon, and he'll tell you all about it. Back at the front of this one, though, this is down to the wire. Nothing to split both Josh Daly and Callan Cooper in terms of points, and nothing to split them here as we come down to the final 2 races of the season. But this is the decider, and Josh Daly, desperate to stay in charge of, well, he's not in charge of the championship at the moment, Callan is, but if he can stay in charge of this race, then he gives himself a fighting chance. In the background there, that is the battle for 3rd place. And that is being led by David Allingham, number 11, ahead of 54 Cox. Tom Oliver, these 3 have broken away now from Dan Harrison. And it's Ross Twyman, Alistair Fagan, and Lewis Osler still leading the Mini-Twins. And I should just mention that that would be Lewis Osler's first ever ThundersportGB win. So keep an eye out for the number 82 rider as Josh comes up to put a lap on Ollie Brocklesby. He's pretty fresh to that particular bike, and there is Osler leading the Mini-Twins fight. He's got a bit of scrap on his hands. Not long to go now. It's Adrian Pendrell, it looks like, that's been lapped now. Last lap flag out. And, well, has Josh Daly got just too much of a lead here? Callan Cooper's only got a finish in 2nd place, and the championship is his, so you would think that he will just sit there and take second, but then this is Callan Cooper, and I would imagine he'll probably have a bite at this somewhere along the lines. We go into Ed Wieners, no move made there, and he's only got one more chance into Shaw's hairpin. Further back, that's the battle for third, and no, that's Adrian Pendrell, sorry, number 23 going through. So it must have been Sam Nicholson that was being lapped a little while ago that we saw. Who's going to win this one? Will it be Josh Daly? Or will it be... Oh, and Callan Cooper's got ahead of Josh Daly. That must have happened at Shaw's hairpin. And he's going to try and use the power of his Kawasaki, but it's not to be. And Callan Cooper's going to take the checkered flag. And he wins the championship. He has done it. That is superb stuff from Callan Cooper. Not only has he won the race, but he's won the championship. He becomes the first ever rider to win 3 titles in a single year. The JDF racing rider, Callan Cooper, wins the race here and wins the championship in fine style. Commiserations to Josh Daly. What a fight he's put up all year long. And David Allingham takes third on the day. There is the Super Twin Cup winners, Cooper from Allingham and Sam Cox. And then you have the mini twins, that's Lewis Osler, Dave Butler and Adam Palfreman. Let's have a look at the championship. So, standings overall. Callan Cooper is the winner then from Josh Daly, and Tom Oliver guaranteed third ahead of David Allingham.
Winner of the Formula 400 race, Josh Daly. A storming win for you there.
Yeah, gutted that I got second overall. Callan Cooper came past me on the last lap, but got second in championship, so I'm happy.
Good. Have you got any sponsors to thank?
I'd like to thank everyone who's given money towards helping me get the bike sorted after the disaster of meeting at Cadwell. And I'd like to say happy birthday to my sister today.
Brilliant, we hope to see you back up here. And winner of the digital mini twins, Lewis Osler. That must be brilliant for you there.
I'm absolutely over the moon. It's my first race win. It's just, well, I can't put it into words, just so happy. Everything's just come to this, and absolutely ecstatic.
Is it tough competition you're facing out there?
Yeah, it's really tough. We've got quite a few new lads in here that are not usual contenders in the mini twins, and I've just had a great battle with Dave. I'm sorry Matt Anglesey had a bit of a battle with Matt Anglesey, but we were really neck and neck all in that race. Really good, really good.
Excellent. Have you got any sponsors you'd like to thank?
Yes, I've got a massive thank you to my mum and dad. I definitely wouldn't be here without them. A massive thank you to my girlfriend for all the support, and Jonathan as well, Jonathan Lawler.
Thank you. Winner and champion of the Super Twins, Callan Cooper. You can't stop getting these wins.
It feels amazing now, all pressure's gone now, just ride for the rest of the day. It feels amazing to win the championship, because I didn't even do the first round of it because I didn't know about it, to be honest. But I just feel so good to win.
You're proving to do well. Have you got any sponsors you'd like to thank?
Yeah, my mum, dad, John at JDF, DC, everyone else that's helped out, they've been great. Thanks a lot.
Well done to Callan Cooper. 3 down, 1 to go. After the break, it'll be the RLR Motorsports Sportsman Elites.
Moped, sports bikes, you save watts. Any bike, it makes no odds. We will give you what you need. Best price always guaranteed. Come to us and get a quote. You'll be singing note for note. Walk away with cash to spend on anything you want, my friend. Bike Insurer, Bike Insurer, Bike Insurer.
Get the cheapest bike insurance, guaranteed, only from the Bike Insurer.
For the final time this season, the Doodson Motorsport Supertwins, Mini Twins and Formula 400s on the grid here at Mallory Park, and Josh Daly on pole wishes Sophie a happy birthday, number 88. He is the Formula 400 champion of 2012, but this man here, well, what can you say about him? Callan Cooper has taken 2 championships. Not only did he wrap up the Super Twin Cup, but he's also the overall Doodson Motorsport 650 Open champion after that last race. Number 11 there, David Allingham, the Ulsterman on the 450, doing well and trying to get himself a decent finish to the season. And there you see number 38, that's Aaron Walker. Aaron from Doncaster on the JHS Racing Suzuki. He is looking for the top 5 finish also. Away we go. The championship between Josh Daly and Callan Cooper has been hot all season long. And for one last time, they get to give us a show down here and show us what they've got. I should also just mention Curtis Rothwell, who's not actually out on circuit. He's watching from pit lane. He was confirmed the Mini Twins champion back at Cadwell Park our last round, so he's not out there. He's just keeping himself safe. A number of riders, if they're moving up a class, sometimes sell their bikes at the end of the year, so it's best not to get any crash damage. Either way, Curtis Rothwell is watching this one, and you can see there a whole host of Aprilia 450s, all identical machines that are eligible for this class. They race in the 650 Open and the Super Twin Cup, but it's that Formula 400 of Josh Daly's at the front that we've seen so many times this year, but it was just such a disastrous Cadwell Park for Josh Daly, with the bike blowing up and going up in flames, that really lost him the chance of the championship. Either way, Callan Cooper, you have to think, would have put up a decent fight. Look out for Callan, sporting the number 7 there, just up the inside of David Allingham into Ed Wiener's chicane. There's number 3 going through. That's Dan Harrison, not in the programme. But number 91, Dave Butler, also going through. But it's Josh Daly, the Kawasaki ZXR 400, leading a whole host, as I mentioned, of 400s. That's Will Hodgson in 2nd, Callan Cooper 3rd, Allingham 4th, Aaron Walker in 5th place. Further back, that's Alistair Fagan, number 44 on the JHS Fast Bikes Suzuki 650. But Josh Daly, well, he means business in this final race of the season. I was hoping we might just get to see a showdown between Josh and Callan, but Josh isn't interested. He just wants to finish after such bad luck at Cadwell Park. He wants to finish on a high. There's Sam Cox, number 54. Sam, 4th in the 650 Open Championship. He was up against Will Hodgson for the Super Twin Cup, though. Just knocking down the gears. That wonderful sound of the Kawasaki 400. He is flying at the moment, Josh Daly, at 55.1. I mean, that is 600 territory we're talking about there from Josh Daly. And lap records, well, there's no point even keeping an eye on them. They've all been obliterated in every single class in this race. There is number 23, further back, Adrian Pendrill on the Aprilia 450. The lead now of Josh Daly. With Callan Cooper, the double champion, has got himself up into 2nd now, but he's 2 seconds behind Josh Daly and is lapping 3 seconds behind. And Ross Twyman has failed to get into Ed Wiener's there. Luckily there's a run-off and he rejoins. Ross Twyman, number 15, young rider from Canterbury, having a good season. Will Hodgson there, just leaving it very late to break and almost running into the back of Callan Cooper, but has made it through okay and slots back into 3rd ahead of David Allingham. 38 there is Aaron Walker, up ahead of number 15, Ross Twyman. Haven't bumped into Aaron Walker in pit lane. I want to try and find out if that is the Aaron Walker, an ex-Super Team and British Championship runner from the early to mid-noughties. Aaron Walker, let's have a look there, number 38 on the JHS Racing. Yeah, that will be Aaron Walker, JHS Racing. I remember sponsoring the Aprilia Super Team riders back in 2000, 2001. I think it was Aaron Walker and Paul Veazey that went under that colour scheme. So it is Aaron Walker out there, former British Championship rider. Leaders exit Shaw's hairpin and into the bus stop, and still Daly has this 2-second advantage. He's going to try and end the year on a high. Callan Cooper on the JDF 450 there in 2nd. Further back, number 28 and number 128. 28 is Lee Wainwright, and number 128 is Jody Hayes on the Mini Twin. Currently leading the Mini Twins race. There's a good battle going on. Dave Butler just has the edge at the moment over Lewis Osler. But Aaron Walker just putting some pressure on the inaugural Moto 450 Thundersport champion, Will Hodgson there. And Josh Daly already flying through to put a lap on a rider. David Allingham putting pressure on the champion Callan Cooper. There is number 88, Josh Daly, rider on the Pop Sport Racing Kawasaki from Wigan. both he and Callan Cooper will be moving on to 600s next year, so they're just about old enough to jump onto the 600. It'd be interesting to see how they get on as you watch Adam Palfreman going through, Russell Brown, and that's Dave Palfreman, number 72, brother of Adam. Familiar orange and white colour scheme that the Palfreman team sport. But onto the Stebby straight, this is good stuff. Consistently in the low 55s. His race leader, Josh Daly, who won the Formula 400 Championship a couple of rounds ago. He was one of the first champions of 2012 and was hoping to wrap up the Doodson Motorsport 650 Open, but as I mentioned, that awful Cadwell Park, the penultimate round, has put pay to that. And Callan Cooper here, number 7, ended up going on to win it. Callan Cooper now has just got himself a couple of tenths gap over Will Hodgson, and Aaron Walker has moved ahead of David Allingham, so Allingham must have made a mistake further back. But there's no stopping the screaming 400 there of Josh Daly. He makes his way around Gerrards and onto the Stebby straight once more. That gap of 2 seconds has grown now. It's up to a good 2.5 ahead of Callan Cooper. He's already lapped Adrian Pendrill and be coming up to lap Sam Nicholson shortly. Sounds beautiful, doesn't it, that Kawasaki as he heads up towards Shaw's hairpin. This is the fight for second. That's number 7, Callan Cooper, and number 14, Will Hodgson. And there is Josh Daly exiting Devil's Elbow onto the fast start-finish straight, and the last lap flag out now. And there is number 2, Sam Nicholson. He's about to come up and put a lap on around Gerrards, around the outside. Look at the speed that Josh Daly is carrying around there. Unbelievable stuff. And Callan Cooper just can't get anywhere near him here. Could have been a different story had Josh not had such a disastrous Cadwell Park, but as it is, the points table doesn't tell lies as he puts a lap on number 96, Ian Evans, up towards Shaw's hairpin. Just 3 corners left now before he takes the checkered flag and wins the final race of 2012. Josh Daly, the Formula 400 champion, the runner-up in the Doodson Motorsport 650 Open, wins here at Mallory Park. He takes the final victory of the year. Second place is going to go to Callan Cooper there, and third for Will Hodgson. David Allingham does take 4th ahead of Ross Twyman, who managed to just poke his nose ahead of Aaron Walker across the line. On the grid there then, Formula 400s, Josh Daly the winner ahead of Rob Pragnell and Ian Evans. In the Mini-Twins, it's Dave Butler ahead of Lewis Osler and Adam Palfreman. And then it's Callan Cooper, Will Hodgson and David Allingham in the Super Twin Cup.
Winner of the Digital Mini-Twins, Dave Butler. First position goes to you and first time on the podium. You must be chuffed.
Yeah, thanks very much. Enjoyed the race. First time here as well, so picked up 3 wins over the weekend and second place, so first time in front of the camera too. So.
Do you like Mallory Park?
Yeah, I enjoyed it now. It's good and small and loads of grip, and it's just got the weather with us as well, so no rain. And
excellent. Any sponsors you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my Uncle Des. He owns the bike. Spears Racing in America. The Clifford family put me up for the weekend, fed me and washed me and done me clothes, and Rory Crane Agricultural Services, Alvin, all my friends and family. That's it really.
Well done on your win. First position in the Formula 400s, yet again Josh Daly, another win for you.
Yeah, over the moon with it. Realised I had nothing to lose, so I already secured second in the overall championship, and obviously early in the season, first overall in the 400s, so I just went for it, broke my own lap record by 0.3 of a second.
Overall a brilliant race. Any sponsors you'd like to thank?
I'd just like to thank everyone who's helped me out this season. There's far too many to name individually. I'd like to thank all the medics and officials and all Team Thundersport as well for putting a great series on.
Well done on your win, Josh. And triple championship winner Callan Cooper. All these titles under your belt, you must be over the moon.
Oh, I'm over the moon. It's been great. It's been a great year. Sad it's over now, this championship, but next year hopefully new challenges, and I can't wait.
Any sponsors you'd like to thank?
Yeah, Mum, Dad, Anthony from DC, Duke, Mary who does my pit boards, and everyone else that's helped out. They've all been great. So.
Well done, Callan.